My husband carries a picture of Wash in his wallet.
Reasonable.
Hi, everybody. I'm Amy Newman.
And I am Chris Carr, and we are Two Filthy Casuals.
And we know that getting into a new fandom can be intimidating with all the gatekeepers out there and just not enough show to really get into.
No, and if you want to know why something got canceled so early when it was so gosh dang shiny, you're in the right place. We invite superfans on so they can talk about their fandom. You can dip your toe in, ask your questions, sans judgment.
And we have a twofer.
Our first
today.
twofer.
We have just some very unique energy today because of how we've set this up. And my Celsius is quite far from me.
I can grab it for you.
Okay.
I can tenderly put it towards you.
Do we want a Celsius? Oh, like a baby deer?
Yes. Yeah.
Just try not to startle me.
This is going to be the closest I feel to Audrey Hepburn in my life.
Sure. We'll have a signal. Okay. The Celsius signal will be, oh God, I'm tired.
Nailed it. For our listeners, I hope you really enjoyed those mouth noises.
We keep doing opposite ASMR. Whatever the opposite of a tingly is, you're feeling it. Oh boy, energy's good in the studio today.
Yes.
Starting strong. And we are so excited, though, to welcome our first double header guests. I don't know what we're calling it.
Double the fandom, double the fun.
Absolutely.
Woo.
Please welcome, he is the artist for Legacy of Fools. That sounds good, and you should watch it. Also recently the art director for the movie Gamers 4 Darkness Rising, which is the fourth in a series of movie that has been going for 20 years and was some of the earliest D&D play on the big screen when it first came out. We have Rob Carlos and wife and self-proclaimed minion of Rob Carlos. She is an avid crocheter, or hooker, if you prefer, and a fan of Too Many Things to List, and an accountant, which she wanted to downplay. But honestly,
we're so impressed that you know math, first of all.
I
don't.
I think I know about 6 numbers, and yes, one of them is 6.
Yep.
So what you do amazes me.
Yeah.
It's Jean Carlos. Welcome, Rob. Welcome, Jean. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for being in this weird hot tub of a studio space we've created.
Setup.
Yeah.
This was a nightmare to set up too, you guys. Like, my treadmill is hidden in that closet and will come out at me when I open that door. It's going to be pure Benny Hill.
Oh, no. She 100% just wanted to brag that she had a treadmill. Like, because I'm so fit and fabulous.
Really fit?
It's really hard.
I don't know if you guys noticed.
Look, sometimes I just put my like workout weights out, so when people come over, I can be like, "Oh, be careful, don't trip."
They're so heavy.
They're 20s, and then I go to lift them, and I'm like,
I look like a real douchebag because my little 8-pounder's out right there.
I have mine to the side of my couch. I think I've picked them up to vacuum a couple of times.
That counts. That's a workout.
That's a full workout.
That's a workout. All right, so thank you for being here.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for
having us.
For this punchy hot tub energy we're working with.
If we had lots of flashing colored lights, we would be going back in time.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Something for you to do in post. That's great.
So we're here to talk Firefly.
Yep. And Serenity.
Firefly. Someone did ask, we did get a question from Ed Menjivar. Why did they never make a movie? Ed?
They did.
They
I'm
absolutely
about
made
to
a movie.
blow your fucking mind, baby.
It's so good.
It's called Serenity. Came out in 2005.
Yeah.
It answers all your questions except for the ones you really want to know.
And for those, you can go to the comics?
Yes.
There are some really cool things in the comics that you find out.
Okay,
like, whoa.
sweet. So what is the scope of the Firefly, the Firefly media universe?
It's the verse.
Yeah.
And it happens in the year 24 something.
25 something, I believe. I think it's like 2517 is when the train job hits.
Earth that was just too unable to handle the population.
Yep.
We'd grown so vast. So we sent out colony ships and found a new solar system with dozens of planets and hundreds of moons.
And we terraformed
I'm sure all
them.
of that is copyrighted, so we might have to cut it right in half.
If they want to
come after me, Fox. If you exist, I don't know.
Well, Fox is Disney now. Disney owns Firefly and Serenity.
It's all now Disney, Warner Brother, Paramount Dance.
Yeah,
It's all one company.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's
That's
some
okay.
alien lizard person in a bunker, and it's like, collect more media things.
Pretty sure it's Walt. Just emerged. That's my conspiracy.
They
train
defrosted him
conductor.
finally?
Yeah.
I think it's that Walt animatronic they just made. I think they
Spooky, and I'm here for
Did they
it.
put his frozen head in the animatronic?
if they did, it would have looked more like him.
Our train conductor had a total moment on
I'm
the
sorry,
way down here.
I don't think anyone in the last 100 years has casually started a sentence with our
Well,
train conductor.
we came down on the Amtrak train.
I know, that just delighted
It was
me.
great.
Please continue.
But he comes out up into our area, and he's like, if you look out the window, we're going through Glendale right now, and you'll see the cross where Walt Disney is buried. And he was like, look, you can see it right now. And he had this whole religious moment about being able to see Walt Disney's burial cross that's lit up in Glendale, apparently. And
It was
he
funny.
goes by this thing all the time.
Yeah.
And he has a religious moment every week about this face he's got to show
It was funny.
the people that are in his train. He has to make sure we know that we're seeing this thing. I'm like, whew, man.
Oh boy, there's my
You've had a
corpse.
lot of coffee.
Oof. Oh, man.
You can tell our conductor was real sleep deprived. But we were too. So.
We were very sleep deprived.
Oh, man.
Wow. I want to just talk about that guy now. But
Everything
let's
is
get
an
into
adventure.
Firefly.
Yeah.
Everything's an adventure. Firefly is an adventure.
It is.
And this is a fandom that is so beloved. We were talking before we even jumped in with you guys, too, of, we're so shocked that you're the first people to pitch it, because this is something
We're
that
brown coats.
universally people love it in our brown coats. And
Yeah.
I would just love to know what as fans of this makes you so drawn to it, too.
Oh my God.
It's about
Just
all of us.
Found family.
Yeah.
Found family, and I'm an anthropology buff, so just how smart it is in developing cultures on different worlds and planets in this dystopian era. You've got the really developed central planets, and then you've got these Wild West outer rim planets.
The central planets are Londinium and Shinon, and it's basically American, Londinium, and Shinon Chinese. But the whole universe that they're in
Speaks
is
both
very
languages.
blended. Everyone is multilingual. And the actors handle it so smoothly every time. We were actually watching a bunch of it, just getting prepped to hang out here with you guys, and we're like, the inflections don't change when they go from English to Chinese.
Yeah.
They just zoom right into things,
And
whether
they
they're angry
speak
or
it correctly.
Yeah.
But the other thing is that we've actually heard from Chinese people that they're speaking actual proper Chinese.
I was wondering because I feel like
Cantonese, right?
yeah.
I feel like that's not a language you just kind of pick up and throw a couple words around. Like that inflection to a more Western tongue is something a lot of people get wrong.
And the thing is that in Chinese, now I know Mandarin this is especially true, but I think it's in Cantonese as well, where you'll have one word that can mean, or one character that can mean several things based on inflection.
Right.
Yeah, if you say it forcefully, it's a whole different thing from if you say it gently. And
I'd be fucked. I don't know how to say things
you're
gently.
angry, and you're coming across with an angry tone in your English lines, and suddenly you have to say something gently or it means something else.
Oh.
That's an actor's crazy nightmare,
Yeah.
Nuts.
And then you get Juilliard trained Alan Tudyk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he pulls it off. He knows what
Yeah.
he's doing.
Of course he
Genius.
does.
Of course he
You know,
does.
I could do an entire episode just on him.
Yeah.
My husband carries a picture of Wash in his wallet.
Reasonable.
Not a picture of his family.
The late wash.
The late wash. It's
Yeah.
too soon.
Oh gosh,
That's why.
yeah.
Too soon.
You know, when
And
we
sorry
when
if
we
you
lose
haven't
our-
seen Serenity. Sorry for the spoiler.
It's
Quick,
been
hit a spoiler banjo.
it's been 20 years. If we're spoiling things that are 20 years old, there, it happens.
So
I think that's the statute of limitations is like 7 years, right, or something.
Feels
crazy.
right.
Yeah.
Probably.
yeah, and that was one thing. So I'll be honest. This is I'm not a Firefly person. I as with many, many fandoms, osmosis. Chris is leaving the podcast. I osmosis some of it because I had a Tumblr.
Oh, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I did watch some of it in prep for this, and that world building, that because it's a space opera, but it's very much a Western.
Yep.
But then to do a Western with these Chinese Eastern influences was such a cool, like, I've seen plenty of space operas, because ultimately we're following these kind of, it's your basic, it's your Han Solo, it's your rogues kind of, what would the word be? Like smugglers kind of, right?
Yeah.
They're running these missions is sort of just trying to survive out there.
Just
kind of
trying to
vibe.
survive on the outer rim.
Yeah.
Yeah. They will take honest jobs. They take any jobs that come their way just to survive.
Smuggling bobblehead dolls.
But the specificity of that world and that world building is not something I feel like I've seen before, for as familiar as some of these tropes felt to
Especially
me.
in a one-season TV show.
Right.
Like, it just happened just
That
like
was
that.
aired out of order
Right. I saw something about this.
and did not have the last two
Yeah.
episodes.
Which were
aired.
actually episode 8 and 11, I think. Or
Yeah.
something. Yeah, it would have been the last two they aired.
Yeah.
Oh, because I found this later, and I watched it when it was either in syndication or on streaming. I can't remember.
Yeah, when they aired it, the train job was the pilot.
Which is nuts because the pilot already throws you in pretty, like it is that
Yeah.
Star Warsy, like, oh, we're just going and you're going to piece together details of
these
the world as
people
we
are,
go.
yeah.
Yeah, and what happened and how we got here and what everything is. Like it doesn't spoon feed
No.
already. So then to be on the wrong episode getting introduced to this world, I can't imagine.
It was a little wonky because, as we spoke about earlier, we watched it when it aired.
Mm-hmm.
And
So we saw episode 2 first.
Do
And
you remember feeling like
it did feel like we were really tossed in.
Yeah.
And it was like, it starts with a bar scene, and there's this woman that passes a note to the crew while they're playing a game of Chinese checkers, and then a bar fight happens. Like,
That's so real. Chinese checkers. Okay.
at a bar.
Quick Amy lore
Ooh.
about a violent Chinese checkers game. One time when I was a kid, my brother got Chinese checkers for Christmas. I lost. I got so mad. I flung the Chinese checker set into the Christmas tree, and we lost a yellow piece and never found it. I still feel bad about that. So I can relate, and Chinese checkers is a brutal game.
Yeah.
But please continue. That's not what we're here to talk about. I just had to look. If I don't unpack a little bit of Amy lore, it just stays in me. And
Yeah.
I,
oh no,
You
you
gotta
got to
release
get it
it.
out.
yeah. And then I'd have to pay for a therapist, and that's a whole
No,
thing. And they'd be
no.
like, something's wrong with you. And I'd be like, we don't have time. So I have a podcast.
There's something wrong with all of us. Come
This is
on.
very true.
Come on.
But in that intro scene, the only reason you know who the main cast is because they're the stars. They have a little bit more charisma than anybody else
They're
on the
in
screen.
the credits, so
But
I
other
guess
than
that's
that-
who we're, yeah.
Like, the camera doesn't specifically follow them around super tight. Wow. Like, there's a person who's standing at the bar and talking about how it's Unification Day and everybody needs to raise a glass. And you're like, is that the guy that we're supposed to be paying attention to?
Sure.
You know?
And then you see Nathan Fillion and you're like, clearly him.
Oh, no, the guy that,
That
punches
one.
him is the guy that we're supposed to pay attention
Well,
to.
handsomest man I've ever
and the
seen.
thing
There he
is
is.
that they're talking about Unification Day, but they don't really explain it very well.
Right.
Right.
It was explained in the original pilot,
Mm-hmm.
pretty much.
Yeah.
Well, the Alliance was explained in the original pilot and
The
why they
Alliance
didn't
and
want to
the
have
Brown
anything to do
Coats.
with
I mean,
it.
the Battle of Serenity Valley, which basically was the end of the war.
Yeah.
Is how the show was supposed to start
Right.
in the past. And then they transition you to the present. And it
And I feel like if you have those puzzle pieces, it's easier to piece together, even if we're not going, here's what Unification Day. It's like,
Yeah.
I can kind of piece together based on what I know of the history.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you don't have that history, it's like, what is happening?
Is that why that little bit got added into of just like, here's what's going on, where it's just Malcolm
Yeah.
explaining like, we
Yeah,
lost.
but that's
burp,
only
boom.
on the DVDs. And
Oh.
that was not in the original broadcast.
Oh my gosh.
They
okay.
added all of those early moments of, here's where we are, we're in this system, all these things are happening.
They
was
did
not
add
in
a
it.
You can
little
tell where I
bit.
rewatched everything.
They did
good
add
media.
a little bit when they first aired it because they wanted that second episode to feel more like a pilot.
Mhm.
Sure.
But
But that was all done in editing. They
was.
did some pickup shots, and then they stuffed them in there as wherever they could
and it was
to make it like
because-
world building.
Fox, was it Fox? No, it was
Fox.
was it Fox?
It was Fox.
That insisted that the pilot wasn't good enough to be the pilot. They wanted the train job to be the pilot.
They wanted a bigger action start to the show. And there wasn't enough action in that pilot episode. So they were like, make them do something exciting and full of action. So they're like, oh yeah, we'll lower you down
I'm
onto
sorry,
a train.
the Battle of Serenity Valley wasn't action enough.
I feel like this was a time where we were just getting comfortable with the idea that TV audiences could want something a little more nuanced and smart and complex. Like, we're just starting to get into that idea, I feel like, and this show was a little ahead of its time in that way.
So you want to know a little bit of connection here. If you've watched the pilot episode now, and he grabs that big gun and it's got the targeting screen in the middle of it, and he's shooting it down. Look at the bottom of the targeting screen, and you'll see the Weyland-Yutani logo from Aliens and Predator.
Oh, yeah.
So they are set in the same universe as Aliens and Predator. But everybody who left Earth didn't know that there were aliens in the world. As far as the Firefly verse is concerned, only humans are out there. There are no aliens, there are no predators. But in the very first episode, in the very first scene, Whedon tells you, oh, by the way, somewhere that these guys don't know about, there are things happening. So in further seasons, if they had gotten into season 5 and 6, they might have found out that, oh, no, we're not alone in the universe. You know.
Someone also asked, just on the crossover thing, we got a question from A Silva 88 talking about, no.
That's not the one.
No.
We did get a question from A Silva 88, but it's not the question we're going to use.
But I hate that fucking question. No, they're great. We'll ask them later. Snap Shutter wanted to know, honest thoughts. Apparently, according to Joss Whedon, Spike from Buffy would have made a cameo had the series gone on longer.
Oh, gosh, I would
That
have
would have
loved to
been
see that because
awesome.
I had that
James
dream.
Marsters, and he's the sweetest guy.
Can
Sweetest
confirm.
So
I was
great.
lucky enough to get to work with him briefly on
Oh,
something.
yes.
He was delightful.
Yeah.
He was
Okay,
in...
sorry, let me pick that
Okay.
name up I dropped. Sorry, let me get
He
that.
was in a dream I had. I'm sure a lot of people have said that before.
Sure.
I just haven't said it out loud on the
Long,
podcast.
long ago, I had a dream that was season 2 of Firefly. And I remembered a lot of it. And to this day, I still remember a lot of it. And I wrote a bunch of it down and posted it on Facebook. The whole episode with James Marsters as Spike in Firefly. Because he had that ring on Angel that allowed him to be in the sun. So technically, James Marsters was immortal. So why couldn't... or Spike was immortal. Why couldn't he live
No,
to
it was
be in
James
Firefly?
Marsters.
James is immortal.
He might actually be
Yeah.
James Marsters
Yeah.
is immortal. But I had this episode where there was this really rich guy who was a adversary of Niska. And once the Firefly crew took out Niska, this guy who was his adversary wanted to reward them. And he has a private island on a planet that is full of Earth that was memorabilia. And he invited the crew of Firefly to look through his stuff and pick anything they wanted. And they took a pinball machine that he had that was fully working and put it on the ship. And over the course of the episode, they flashed in on his finger that still had the green gem in the ring that Spike wore. He never introduced himself as Spike, but he had the ring that kept Spike able to walk in the sun.
This is what your dreams are like?
This is what my
I go
dreams
to
are
tell people
crazy.
about my dreams, and I'm like, and then it was like you, but then it like wasn't like you, and then I was like, just like making a sandwich, and then like people are like, what?
I don't remember mine.
My dreams...
Because I'm the only one in the multiverse. There's no other Chris Cars.
Oh.
What?
Yeah, that makes sense.
No, what? No,
You
it doesn't.
are a Nexus being in that case. Yeah.
Amy, it makes complete
Work
sense.
together, Chris. Work
Okay,
together.
perfect.
So you are not like Doctor Strange, who has millions of other
Exactly,
Doctor
yeah,
Stranges
yeah.
in the
I'm a
multiverse.
Tigger.
Yes.
Wow.
You're
Okay.
basically America Chavez. Have you ever really
dream.
tried to punch the air very hard?
I have.
Did a star open up?
No.
Oh darn! You got to go a little harder.
The only thing that got hurt was my ego, but
So, clearly there were plans for this show. This show was incredibly beloved. Very famously, I think this is the show that comes up. I think it was maybe Collider ranked this as like the top show that got canceled too soon, right? Like it is the most
All of them
notorious.
did.
It was the first one where the fan outcry actually redeemed the show, which is why Serenity was made.
Yeah. But what the fuck happened? Like, why did it get canceled so fast? Do we have
Fox-
answers?
The executives at Fox just dropped the ball on it.
They didn't like it. It was confusing because they aired it out of order.
Right.
And so they lost viewership that didn't build up. Plus, it was in a Friday night time slot.
That's hard.
You know,
I have a theory that there was a personality conflict between a major executive at Fox and a showrunner on Firefly that made it so somebody had an axe to grind.
Okay.
I don't know that for
Right.
sure.
It feels
or
very
anything,
possible.
But the way that it was handled wasn't logical. It didn't make any kind of business sense to handle this show this way. They were putting way too much money into it. The effects were incredible. The sets were incredible. The costumes were incredible.
the writing,
the writing,
the acting.
But
it was all
often,
there.
Often, I feel like studios will use that as an excuse of
It's
this
too
show is so
expensive.
expensive and there's really no way to do this on a smaller budget.
But had they aired it in order, the expense would have paid off.
and
which
put it
shows-
on a better night. I
Yeah.
mean, Friday night, you're not going to get
Yeah.
the viewership.
So cards were stacked against this show. It
Exactly.
really wasn't, anything to do with.
Well, if you kind of compare it to, not to make everything about Star Wars, but if you compare it to like the Star Wars show, so much of this happens on practical sets. Like it's not like Star Wars where it's all on the volume and then they have to add everything in post and then it feels so disconnected. Like this felt very real and tangible throughout it, which was one of the coolest things about it. But like it felt so viscerally real, and I feel like that is also the way that you save money too, is by going, sure, in this window we'll put a little green screen here, or over here we'll show you a shot of a
Yeah.
spaceship that we'll use over and over again. It feels like they were very mindful about that.
I mean,
kind of
let's be
stuff.
honest. I was watching and I was like, convenient that a lot of these alien planets do look like Vasquez. Like that's nice. That lucked out that it just looks like the hills outside of LA. But
100%.
it works because why wouldn't it? And it ties into this Western feeling.
And really,
yeah.
the hills outside LA look like a place where the terraforming didn't quite work.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
100%.
Well, and the thing is like you were saying, the sets being practical. That Firefly was
Like 2 sound stages, fully built.
fully built.
So they could walk from
there
front to
was,
back.
There
Yeah.
was one.
Amazing.
I don't know if it was an episode or if it was in the movie, but there is a one shot of
That's
them
how the movie starts.
walking through the ship.
Yep.
Yeah, so the Firefly is the type of ship they're
Yes.
on.
Yes.
Right.
It's Serenity is the name of the ship.
Yeah.
And that's why it's
And
painted on the outside.
it's a Firefly class ship.
There it is.
Which it's named that because of how the back opens up and gets all bright and shiny and then it takes off.
Cool.
It's got a light
It's
up
got a
butt,
Firefly butt.
like a firefly.
Makes sense to me. Do you think so? Snapshutter also asked, do you think the series would have been as loved if it didn't get canceled so early?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think so.
The plan.
Well, maybe not as loved because I think a lot of people found out about it due to people like us who had watched it, and then when it came out, I don't even know how many copies of it we bought on
More than 10.
to give to people. We have given out
You
the
are holding it
entire
down.
series
Yeah.
to so many people,
Oh,
including my parents and
My parents.
his parents, family members, friends. We're like, you've got to see the show here.
I mean, there is something
Take a
to
DVD.
be there is something to be said
Pass them
for.
out.
Unfortunately, I think sometimes it's like, how many shows have we been told by a friend like, "Oh, this is so good. This thing that's airing right now, it's so good. You got to see it." And you're like, "I'll put it on the list," and the list isn't real.
yeah.
I'm so sorry if I ever told you I will put that on that list. I'm really excited to watch it. There is no list. I will never watch that show. I'm so sorry.
I feel so betrayed.
I'm so fucking sorry. But
Just every anime I've ever mentioned, you're like, sure, yeah.
oh my god, yeah.
I'm absolutely gonna watch
Wow, I'm writing it down right now.
Sure.
But I'm just doing this in the air.
it. It's fair.
Wait a minute. You wake up, you jolt awake at 3 a.m. like, she wasn't holding pen or paper.
Yeah, and this was when it first came out on DVD. I think it was over $50 for the series.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's a
And-
deep love to give that to
Yeah.
people. You're not making a mixtape.
No,
That's an investment.
and we were just like, no, here, take it. You know.
But I feel like if someone comes to you or you're hearing over and over again, not just, wow, this is good, but I'm so furious this got canceled.
Yeah.
That's an emotion you don't hear as often, like that anger and that frustration and that
And
sadness.
that's where a lot of the fans came from.
And probably where a lot of people went, well, now I gotta know. Now I gotta check it out.
word of mouth got
Yeah.
out. I mean, because it was very much a cult
Yeah.
show
Yeah.
when it first aired. And it didn't get a lot of viewership. But then the viewers that, when it came out on DVD, the people are like, oh, I haven't heard of this. And they got that. And people like us who are like, you've got to see this.
I got to imagine, too, this is one of those shows, just based on the timeline, that kind of started benefiting from that early, like, message board internet culture where, like, people could really find each other and
MySpace.
talk and dissect. And, yeah, it's funny how that really starts playing into that passion, too, of, oh, even if, like, I can't afford the $50 to get all my friends this show, I can find like-minded people who share my feelings about it. So.
Well, I'll let you borrow it. Just make sure you give
Sure,
it back.
yeah.
You know.
Absolutely.
So yeah, we'd had people come over. We're like, okay, just watch the pilot and then let us know.
Yeah. Speaking of that idea of sort of when this show came out, I'll ask your question. I'm sorry about earlier. A Silva 88 was asking a couple of questions. Just like, do you think there could be a legacy spinoff? Like there's those talks of the new Buffy, and then could the show work today in the modern context of streaming and binging, or was this kind of a product of when it came out?
No, I think it could. I mean,
The
Nathan
story
has
works
been
better today than it ever
very,
did.
very vocal for years and years, saying,
Yeah.
"Hey, I will come back in a second,
Yeah.
any heartbeat, if you want me. I will buy the rights if
There
you
was a
let
whole
me."
internet campaign about help Nathan buy Firefly. And there were people that were like, we're pledging this much towards
Yeah.
Nathan getting it. If he can get a price tag on
Yeah.
it, we're in for this.
Do you think some of the hits Joss Whedon sort of taken in his with less some unsavory things coming about his personal life? Do you think those hits maybe backpedaled some of what might have been momentum to get this show done
I
again?
think the timing of his crises, his situation, actually overlaps the importance of the story to current day situations. So it evened it out. I think had he not had taken that hit, right now we would be looking at this story of a bunch of regular people resisting against an authoritarian government and saying how much more important this is right now than it was when it came out. This is prophetic. It's just happening really quick and not in the year 2530 or something like that, you know? So
Ooh, we're speed running this,
yeah,
baby.
we're
Let's
speedrunning
go.
authoritarianism.
Have fun. Have fun for us.
had this Joss Whedon situation not happened, more people would be talking about it right now.
Yeah.
Because what this show could have explained to everybody about how people can get together and use the fact that we have immediate, instantaneous communication with each other at all times to resist an authoritarian government, which is what that whole movie was about.
Right.
The fact that you can't stop the signal. Once you say something and it's out there, everybody can hear it. They use that against us, but we can use that against them too. So that was going to be part of the show. And it got killed beforehand by an authoritarian executive board at Fox. So, you know.
That's what's really funny is if you watch like some of the behind the scenes for the movie Serenity, you'll see them talking about how, okay, get your show canceled, get a major motion picture, redemption.
We did get a question, and I'm fascinated by this. Slapdragon asked, I've never seen the show, but I love the movie.
What a wild way to watch this.
Fascinating.
Slab, you maverick renegade.
It is absolutely worthy of standalone viewing.
Interesting.
You can watch that movie and not know anything about the show, and then go in and watch the show and say, wow, look at what that came from.
Yeah.
And it's like, it's kind of like watching a documentary about the movie that you just saw, but the documentary is 11 hours long. You know?
Their question was, is the overall tone and vibe the same? Do you feel like a tonal shift between the two?
No,
Or, yeah.
no, not at all. They're very much the same.
The effects in the movie are better. The lighting in the movie is unbelievably good.
So
the guy who
good.
did
There's
the lighting
just
in the movie
one
is just a genius.
little continuity issue between the show and the movie. And it has all to do with Simon's rescue of River.
Right. In the movie, Simon rescues River. In the pilot episode, he explains that he paid people to get River out and meet him on a planet.
Oh.
But, yeah, so it doesn't quite match up, but I can see why they decided to change that in the movie, because when he told people that in the show, he was probably lying. He probably didn't want to tell the people on the show, oh, I rescued my sister. Because at that point, he'd already said, I'm a huge genius and my sister makes me look like a gabbering idiot. I don't really need to talk up the fact that I was badass and rescued her from a deep cover installation.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll say I paid somebody to get her, and that's cool.
Yeah.
That's my headcanon on that, but
I like that.
I don't know
That's
how
great.
they feel about it.
Plus, he was Zac Efron as a kid, so
Yeah.
already, stop bragging.
Zac Efron's first
Yeah, I get jump
on-screen
scared by
moment.
him each time.
Yep.
Where I'm like, oh, that's right, you're in this.
Yep.
Look at you patootie.
And he was so good, and he spoke Chinese like no problem.
He
So
got his
great.
head in the game, baby.
Yep. Just this kid
Yes.
just going from English to Chinese. That's so W and Wah. And I'm like, and you're like, you're a little kid. What are you just throwing that out there?
So good.
No, we don't love this show or anything.
Thank God. Boy, I dread the day someone comes on here and midway through they go, wait
Really
a
just
minute.
hate this.
Really
Wait
not
a
into
minute.
any of this. I just realized how much I don't like
I
it.
don't care for. Actually, I think we've done that
was
a
gonna
couple
say,
times.
that's
That was our Love Actually
Love
episode.
Actually, and then on Patreon where I was like, no, this movie's not good, but I like it.
Well, the thing with Love Actually is you need to see the deleted scenes.
Oh. They
DVD.
really knit the whole thing together.
Yeah.
Why did they leave that on the cutting room
I-
floor?
I
Nobody
just
would
don't-
have complained about more movie.
I just always go out of my way to watch the one where the kid's a gymnast.
I love
yes.
that one.
So great. Zooming through the airport, flipping over things.
They really just needed HR heads, though, in that whole movie. They just needed someone to go to HR once.
Oh, yes.
Like,
Yes.
I don't know
My
if this is
boss,
okay.
yeah, I got fired because I got sexually harassed by the president.
Yeah.
That feels bad. That feels bad to me.
And current.
Speaking of timely, Snapshotter just wanted to know favorite and least favorite part of the series and most satisfying moment of the movie.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. That's going to be hard for the movie because there's satisfying on what level? Artistically?
Whatever
or
just makes you go.
Story-wise?
Whatever makes
or,
you go.
there's so much.
Okay, so
You know, got a little.
Yeah.
The opening of the word serenity, and it's three-dimensional, and it's this beautifully rendered CGI thing, and it's got all this red and gold going on in the back of it, and it's sort of fades into the ship logo that's painted on the side of a piece of steel seamlessly. You don't see how it happens. Artistically, that blows my mind. I've literally watched that frame by frame and been like, how'd they do that? That's so cool.
That's such a visual artist answer. I love it.
That's awesome.
I think my favorite for the movie, gosh, there's so many.
And that Nathan's eye is blown out after he got hit by the operative in that final combat. He comes back to check on all of his friends, and his eye is like bright red and just blood.
One of the things I love is him coming back and checking on everybody, making sure everybody, where's River? You know, but that's, I think, my favorite visual is where's River, and then the blast doors open, and there's River standing with her bloody axe surrounded by dead bodies.
Hell yeah.
The most violent creatures in the world, and there's like 40 of them at her feet, just gone. And then
you
the wall
can really
blasts out
see
from behind her.
with that whole choreography, you could really see Summer Glau's dance background.
Yes.
And it was just beautiful. I mean, gory, but
Yeah, her
beautiful.
killing all those guys was a performance. A performance just for herself. Nobody was watching.
So, yeah, that I think is my favorite visual scene from the movie.
Mm.
So, least favorite? Is that what they were asking?
Yeah, he was also asking, like, favorite, least favorite on the show.
Gosh.
What do you hate about the thing that you love?
Oh, yeah, that's, wow. Wow, that's going to take a second because we didn't really plan for what we don't like.
Well, I'm sorry.
Say it.
No, there's a line that Nathan says about his floral bonnet.
Oh,
You know, make fun of my floral bonnet and I will end you, or something like that. But
I swear by my pretty floral bonnet,
I will end you. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, he's dressed as a woman with, and he's like, my what? And Jane is next to him saying, my wife is butt ugly. And it's Nathan Fillion dressed up.
And why wasn't Zoe wearing the dress? I needed her in the back with the shotgun. Yeah, I mean, there was... The only thing I would say that was maybe messed up, even watching it in order, was the episodes with Saffron, with Yosef Bridge. They were all great, but they didn't feel like they were filming the same show.
It didn't feel quite connected. I love.
They're all good.
That episode is called My Dear Mrs. Reynolds, and it just happens to be the one that Nathan's in the bonnet.
Yep.
But yeah,
she was sold to them as his wife for rescuing
the town.
And that was just creepy idea all on its own. And as you come to find out later, no, she probably wasn't sold to them. She just got herself on the ship just to mess with the ship. But the idea that everybody was, oh, is that what happened? You were sold to us? Like, that's a thing that happens. Yeah,
they're giving him a hard time about owning a woman.
Yeah. And she's so much younger than you.
And he's like,
you enjoying your child bride?
That's not, I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
And then Book is saying, well, did this happen? Did this happen?
She
You're
put
married.
flowers on your head and then you drank from a cup.
By their customs, you're married. But yeah, it was a good episode. It just didn't quite tie in with the rest of it.
Sure.
And the misogyny felt a little,
yeah,
or a lot.
Yeah.
I feel like there were a few moments, even just watching it, like, it's hard not to watch things through a modern lens. And even in that pilot, there's a few moments of, like, I was like, oh, wow, the companion thing's so cool. And, like, I like that this kind of isn't, it's less stigmatized.
She is the one professional, legitimate
She's got an actual job.
And I get that it's meant to be from a character point, but then that it's immediately like, she's a whore. And it's like, oh,
stop sandbox flirting with the girl you like.
Yeah.
All right, stop doing that, Malcolm.
Gee. Like, was kind of my immediate response to that. I'm just like, man.
That was probably one of my other least favorite. Not so much the episode itself or anything that happened, but the way that they would film certain things. Like when she's doing the bath and they'd stop frame.
Yeah.
I'm like,
it feels very Skinamax for a hot second there.
That's so perfectly well described.
I'm also like, you don't have to convince me that this is a beautiful woman. This is the most beautiful woman I've ever seen in my life. You don't have to. No camera tricks are required. It's fine.
Yeah, that kind of bugged me with that.
Yeah, but feels very early 2000s, just male gaze. Yeah,
for sure, and it is.
But they had shot that whole pilot with a whole different actress. That they had to reshoot the pilot for every scene she was in.
I was like, why would they do that?
Because, what was her name?
I don't know, but she didn't quite
Rebecca
fit.
Ferguson?
No,
that wasn't. It was Rebecca something. That they had somebody else that was going to be Inara, and they screen tested her. It
was Rebecca Gayheart.
Gayheart, okay. Yeah. And thank you. That was so fast. Holy cow.
I don't know things, but I know how to Google things. And
she was beautiful. She worked out well with the cast on pre-filming, and then on the day of, they're like, she is not selling this part the way it needs to be sold. And I have to think maybe she came across a little bit too much like the whore and not like the companion. And they're like, we have to get somebody who's more poised. We have to get somebody who's got more grace and is still that beautiful person that is going to drive all the men crazy.
Well, and the thing is that the casting I mean, can you imagine anybody else? I can't.
That's why I gasped.
In
I was like,
any-
what do you mean?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
And then
In any role, I can't
Ron
imagine anybody
Glass.
else.
Oh my gosh.
He's so good.
Rest in peace.
We got to meet him before. It was not long before the end of that, but it was he's just such a gentleman to everybody. We want to stand on one of those autograph lines. We've been on a lot of autograph lines for this show, and
Which we will link as well. You have done, Rob, some incredible
yes, I do pencil
Firefly
drawings.
art.
I do pencil drawings of a lot of different TV
Yeah.
shows, and then I get the cast to sign them.
Well,
And
we'll make sure to
costs
share
a
that.
fortune.
Head over to our Instagram to check that out.
But I seem to remember Ron didn't charge us. He just liked it, and he's like, "Yeah, I'm going to sign
When
this."
we started, they weren't charging for autographs.
Yes.
Hmm.
Back in the
I mean,
old
we're
days.
old. Yeah, when we started doing it, they weren't charging. I mean, and this was Dragon Con in Atlanta, and they weren't charging for autographs
Yeah, you
at
just
that
walk
time.
up and hang out and talk to people.
Wow.
It was great.
Eliza Dushku actually saved his.
Yes. I left my sketchbook on her autograph table and walked away because I was so darn charmed by Eliza Dushku. I mean, how do you not be? And then I walked off, and then I'm looking through my things like, where's my sketchbook?
And
Where's
there
the
were
last place I
other-
saw that?
Other pieces in there as well as.
Yeah, a ton of signed art that I've done of other people. And I went back to the art area and I was asking all of the people that I had seen, and Eliza's manager comes up to me and he's like, she's like, hey, I was given this. Eliza found this on her table, and she's like, there's a guy with long hair and a beard. He's going to be freaking out. So get this to him. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Our podcast is so many degrees
away,
from
yeah.
Eliza Dushku specifically.
That's very true. Oh man, I'd forgotten about
That's
that.
right.
Didn't
I've heard you talk about that before.
Someone's oh God, what was it?
Someone's uncle
Aunt-
had been
or
with her
aunt.
aunt or
Yeah.
something. Like a
Yeah,
family
or
member.
dad or
Maybe
something.
something like
Yeah.
that.
Got like kicked out of the Mormon church for sleeping with
That's
Eliza Dushku's aunt. Great, love it. If you have an Eliza Dushku story, you can also come on the podcast. That's the new rule.
Hit us
If
up.
Eliza Dushku is right now selling you magic mushrooms to change your psychology, then, talk to us on the podcast.
We want to speak to
That's
you.
her job now.
Wait, that's what
she's
she shifted gears
Yeah,
to?
she's not an actress anymore. She's doing this whole psychedelic therapy thing,
Oh.
and it's wild.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Get it, Eliza. You do you, girl.
Get it, girl. So speaking of the actors and the characters, Snapshot, thank you for all the questions, Chris. Friend of the show, Chris. Asked, favorite character and favorite actor. Why is your answer for both Wash, Alan Tudyk?
Why? I mean, do we have to explain why? I mean, obviously,
I'm
you
gonna
know.
say, is that your, yeah.
He's just perfect.
Wash manages to sell himself as a legitimately reasonable husband to Gina Torres. How does
How
Wash
did that
pull that off?
happen? Yeah.
And we were
And
watching.
as a blonde man?
We once were spacemen. That
yeah,
new podcast
you know,
that Alan
and
Nathan have.
Nathan have a new podcast. Once we were spacemen.
And he's like,
cool.
what? Alan's like, I don't generally get cast into romantic roles. I'm like, dude, you had the romance of a lifetime.
Yeah.
It was worthy of a space epic,
Yeah.
And Gina Torres, if you get to romance Gina Torres, you're in okay shape.
You're doing something
Yeah.
I think he had me playing with the dinosaurs.
Yes.
Which we do
They're here
have.
for you.
Yeah.
Mhm. Oh, that's what those are for. Amazing.
I was like, I've got a prop today. Yes. And we do have Wash hidden right back up there near my Darkwing Duck.
Where he belongs.
Yeah.
This is our land, and we will call it
Our land.
He is so believable in that relationship, though, where you
Yeah.
see how, wonderfully just charming and funny and obsessed with his wife he is.
He
but
looks
so
at
much
her
so
in
that
the
she...
eye.
Well, and the thing
Every
was, is
time.
it wasn't the first thing I'd seen him in.
Mhm.
We saw him in A Knight's Tale.
Yep.
Right.
Where you could tell he was not cast to be anybody's romantic lead.
Yeah.
And yet, still in this movie theater.
Mhm.
I was like, that's the one that I think is cute.
Eric did show me Knight's Tale recently, and my first comment was, bold of you to show me a movie with this many blonde men.
Watch Alan in the scenes when he's with Gina and the violin starts playing and he's looking at her in the eye and then he looks down at her shoulder and you're like, oh, this is a man that loves her soul, her body, her thoughts, and every crazy thing she does. It's a whole package to him, and then he makes these quips about, well, it's the legs and about where the legs join the rest of the body. I'm like, dude, that's you talking in the locker room.
Yeah.
That's not what you really think. And it's in there.
I love a rare wife guy W. We don't get enough of those anymore.
Yeah. But all of them were just brilliant.
Yeah.
And Nathan was brilliant in that role.
Jewel rattling out the things about the engine that are going to fall apart. And she's like, if we don't get a compressor coil, she's going to fall right out of the sky. And I'm like, she just throws these things out there like an expert.
Even just watching the pilot, it's like, oh, this is a true ensemble piece, and this is a true,
Yeah.
if there was a weak link either in the writing or in the performance,
Yeah, you'd know.
it just wouldn't have
Yeah, it would
been
not have
what it
worked.
was and as loved as it was.
I think there could be characters that aren't my... Like, okay, the Doctor is not my favorite character.
Sure.
Sean
Get him.
Marr is great at it. But I think he's not supposed to be your favorite character.
Sure.
He's supposed to get on your nerves because he gets on the captain's nerves. And
Well,
you're
because
supposed to
he's
see
a-
all this through the captain's
A
eyes.
rich, privileged
Yeah,
boy.
Yeah.
he's
You
this
know?
elitist.
He's representative of the Elon Musk of the group. He's like, oh, I'm really smart. I'm so smart. I could figure out anything. And I have so much money and I spent it all getting my sister rescued.
But, I do think that real close to Alan, if not tied with Alan, is Summer.
Summer is...
Summer Glau as River.
She's a
just-
gift.
Yeah. Just, she has that innocence, but also that, hey, I'm capable of killing you with my mind.
Yeah.
I can kill you with my mind.
Yeah. When she's so young and like to
freaked
get that
out,
level
yeah.
of a performance out of it. Not that she's a
Jewel
child,
State-
but you know what I mean? Like,
Jewel State was actually the youngest.
oh yeah?
Wow.
And she
Yeah.
had to put on a bunch of weight for the part. She was super skinny when they cast her, and she's like, I had to pack on like 25 pounds to be
Wow.
on.
Well, if you notice between the series and the movie, she does not have that added weight in the movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, her face is narrower
She's like,
and all
I
that.
just couldn't do it again. I couldn't add all that back on.
But they wanted her to be a chubby little girl
But
working under
apparently,
the engine.
in Canada, she
That's
was a child
horrifying
actor,
if she
so
is a chubby
she.
little girl. Every time I see her, I'm like, no, that's your good job. Good
No,
job looking
she's-
very healthy and beautiful.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. I'm like, she wasn't.
When you go back and you watch things from 2000 and you're like, oh, don't get me started. Do I have to talk about the yogurt whips again? Remember when
yeah.
we were like, we gotta whip a yogurt because yogurt's too heavy? It's fine and I'm fine. And my body image is good and great.
No, but yeah, I mean, just Summer was just.
When
she
we
just
met her-
had that down pat.
Yeah.
When we met her, she was so personable. And she looked at this pencil drawing I handed her. I'm like, I want you to sign this. It's an original pencil drawing. And she's like, no, but everybody else I know has signed it already. There's so many signatures on here. And she's like, I'm going to do it. And she signed her name, and then she got her a Sharpie. She says in tiny little letters, no power in the verse can stop me.
Oh,
like, oh, okay, that's
cute.
cool.
Yes.
No,
I
everybody
love
else just
that.
put their signature, and she's like, now I'm going to write a little thing on here for you.
Nice.
That's awesome.
I just think this is a really cool question. You cut me off mid-funk. Just wanted to know, how do you think pop culture today would look different had
Oh, yeah.
this show never been made?
Had
Oh.
it never been made?
Yeah.
Um,
What are the ripples?
I think a lot of it, there was a lot more smart writing that
I
came
don't think we would have
afterwards.
the Expanse today if we didn't have the Firefly then.
Hmm.
I'm going to go as far as to say that.
But they showed that having smart story, you don't have to dumb down for your
Yeah.
audience.
When again, like nuance and complicated and things where you're kind of thrown in and not spoon-fed.
Yeah.
And sci-fi doesn't have to be shiny and neon. It can be gritty and
Gritty
dirty
and
and
grungy
real.
and yeah.
And the Expanse was the epitome of that, but I think Firefly gave them permission to do it.
Yeah. But I think just smart storytelling also came out of that.
Yeah.
I think a lot of things wouldn't be the same that they are right now.
No.
I think Riddick, all the Riddick movies wouldn't be the same. I think we wouldn't have had the same kind of Mad Max stuff that we do now. You look at some of the Mad Max things and tell me that wasn't Firefly influenced. And just design wise, there's a lot of that.
Yeah.
And vocabulary wise, there's a lot of that. Firefly invented a whole vocabulary of words. Like they use the word shiny a bunch of times. I think someone looked at that and said, Mad Max is going to take shiny to a whole new level and have them spray paint their teeth silver. I think there's so many ripples that have happened from
and
that.
you have other places now where the verse is a word
Story.
instead of universe.
Yeah.
Well, like Buffy the Vampire Slayer invented the verb Google. That Willow said, I'm going to Google this. And she just said it as a throwaway thing. Willow invented that. Whedon wrote that down for the first time, and now Google is a verb.
And yet I don't get credit for give it a goog, which I think should catch on.
Okay, well, we'll see what we can do to help spread it.
Thank you. You get the Pacific Northwest. We'll get it down
give
here.
it some goog. Wait, now use that in a sentence? Give him goog.
Yeah. That is the sentence.
yeah.
Oh, I don't know. Let me give it a goog.
Yeah. What time is the
Okay.
movie? I'll give it a goog.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can definitely make that
do
happen.
Thank you so much.
We go to so many conventions, we'll start just
Perfect.
doing it with people.
The seed has been
Perfect.
planted. Excellent. And I think just from what I know, I think just its impact on fan culture.
Hmm.
Well, the fans know they have a voice now.
Yeah.
And they can have power.
We can bully them into making a movie. We can do it.
What I'm always struck by is there is this very weird thing in fandom that we talk about a lot of possession. This is mine, and there's only one way to do it. And if you do it wrong, you're the problem. It has to be my fan fiction.
Firefly
I don't want other
is
people to have it.
so universally shared.
Yes.
Well, one of the things about it is it's a very diverse cast. Nice balance of male to female, nice balance of different races. The American and the Chinese blending together. It was a little weird to me that there was no Asian people
Cast.
on the cast. There were a lot of Asian people in the backgrounds, in city shots and things like that. But it could have used an Asian mechanic. Not that Jewel didn't do fantastically with it,
But just it feels
you know.
logical that we would
Well,
have.
and I think another thing that happened is in the movie, Mr. Universe is a nod to the fans.
Mhm.
And
Yeah.
when he says you can't stop the signal, that was the motto of the Browncoats trying to get the Firefly to come back. You can't stop the signal. And there were so many petitions and so much going on out there.
They created an entire network of charities around the country that were the Browncoats. I've done work for the Seattle Browncoats and the Portland Browncoats. I've done a bunch of artwork for them to do T-shirts out of and sell at the shows and raise money for
My favorite
children's
T-shirt, and
charities.
I got rid of it because it was too big, but it was his drawing
Of Jane as a dragon.
a dragon with the Jane hat on, and it said a dragon they called Jane. And
And he had the gun, the Vera
Vera,
gun, and he
yeah.
had the orange and yellow wings, like the hat had the orange and yellow.
Yep.
But yeah, I've done dragon pictures of a couple of the cast, or the characters, and then they've turned them into T-shirts, and they would sell them for the Seattle Browncoats and the Portland Browncoats and make a ton of money.
And then that all went to charity.
Yeah. There was like a children's hospital or something that they were supporting, and they've done showings of Serenity at local theaters and raised money for children's hospitals that way, and all sorts of fun things. And that's
So
all because of this show.
Yeah, and there's something about this show that just makes everybody more
More
generous,
more charitable,
and giving, and
more supporting of their community, because
Yeah.
that was what it took to live
because
out
it's
in the
found
in the
family,
rim.
and it was very much community, and so I think that translates over to the fandom, and that's not with all fandoms.
No, and I think people could learn a lot from this because you have those same tropes in Marvel and DC and Star Wars, and yet there is this weird possession, and maybe it's because it's just spanned more time. Maybe it's because there are people who just, when you have a fandom that's huge, you
Well,
attract some other
Yeah,
bad
and those
eggs, maybe?
fandoms are coming from long-running comic books,
Sure.
and so comic book nerds are going to be a lot more. This is my fandom. Don't screw it up.
Yeah.
On occasion,
And
yeah.
the word canon keeps coming up, like, oh, this is not canon. They can't change that. And Marvel had to make a multiverse in order to do things that weren't canon. You know.
But yeah, so but with this one, it's like you have no idea. There are so many worlds that were terraformed. You don't know it's not canon
Yeah.
somewhere. Yeah.
That's true.
And somewhere out there is predators and aliens and stuff, but they just don't know.
And
I'm
would've
sorry.
been
I
so
think the
cool.
Reavers are scarier
Just as
than,
bad,
Yeah.
yes.
Well, because
they're us.
They're us.
Yeah.
They're
How
us
bad
that
can
were
we get?
driven mad, and yeah, that's just.
And the Reavers show how fragile the human psyche really is.
Mhm.
Don't lean into that part.
No.
Lean into the good
Yeah.
charity
That is
nice
not the good
part.
fandom.
Don't be a reaver, be a brown coat. Easy peasy.
There you go. I mean, that feels like put that on a bumper sticker.
Boom.
But is there anything else you'd like to share about this lovely show and film?
Fruity Yodi bars. I actually have a lunchbox of Fruity Yodi bars.
Oh, cool.
But if you don't know, in Serenity there is a subliminal message in the ad for Fruity Yodi bars that's
And
playing
then
in a bar.
It makes
So-
River get her warrior activated.
Yeah. But yeah.
But it's also very cute. Yeah.
I think
Fandoms need to support each other, and everybody needs to play nicer together, or else the universe gets just weird,
Well,
and
now-
everyone gets to be Reavers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
you don't want another Battle of Serenity Valley, but the Alliance versus
The
the
brown coats.
coats.
The
Yeah.
independents.
The independents.
Yeah. Well,
So
We're all independents.
the real
Anymore.
world is hard enough.
Mhm.
It's nice to have things we all love, and despite maybe our differing opinions, can
And write
all...
Firefly fan fiction, because it should never end.
Yeah.
There you go.
Oh my gosh.
Make the
You guys
story your
don't
own.
even have to give away a $50 DVD. You can share the stories in a much more economic way. Get out there.
And maybe.
Well, those DVDs are only $10 now.
Oh, that's fair.
And maybe a neuter. Maybe a little sexier.
Maybe with Reed?
oh, let's have more Zoe and Wash action.
You know?
I wouldn't be mad.
She was pregnant.
Really?
During the movie filming?
Yeah.
Dang.
Well, no.
During the film?
What
During
The-
the-
in it is canon in the
Oh, that's right.
storyline
She
that Zoe's pregnant when Wash is killed.
was
You know what that
lost.
means?
In the comics, there's
Cute little baby?
They
in
did
the
the
comics
do.
there's a cute little baby, and River is the babysitter.
Oh, that's cute.
Well, go write your fanfic.
yeah. Watch these shows. Watch the
Send it-
season.
and
Watch the
send it
movie.
to
Read the comics, find out who Shepherd Book really was,
There you go.
because they tell you in the comics.
Yeah.
He refused to say anything about his past, and there was a good reason for that.
Ooh. So
Intriguing.
much to love and write and enjoy and
Oh, yeah.
and go be a good person and write slutty little fanfic.
Yeah.
Become a brown coat.
That's my New Year's resolution for you. As we charge into 2026.
Yeah. 2026. Let that be your horny little year. You little sweetheart.
Yes, absolutely. Well, oh my gosh! Thank you so much for Thank you for joining
Thank
us
you for
in our
having us here.
in our newly established little hot tub of fandom. Where can the people find you?
Well, my website is www.colorsmith.com, spelled the American way, without a U. There's no U in there at all. And there's all sorts of art there. And I'm also at rob.carlos on Instagram, where I share Legacy of Fools pics and things like that all the time. I'm drawing on the Legacy of Fools live stream every Tuesday night, and you never know what's just going to show up in chat.
The stuff he blesses us with, guys, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, they're doing live drawing on Dimension 20 now, but I've been doing it for years with Legacy of Fools. We are pioneers in
Suck
that
it,
respect.
Brennan.
No, Brennan, we
want to
love you,
meet
Brennan.
him. We want to meet Brennan. Come on.
Brennan is our high bar.
You can find me wherever he is.
Yeah, she's at the
love
table when we do conventions every time.
I'm selling things at the table, you know.
That's awesome.
So
And we make T-shirts and stuff, and we sell them at shows.
Yeah, go check it out. Some really fantastic stuff. Thank you again for being here.
Thank
This
you.
was Such
thank
a
you for
blast.
having us. It's
So-
been a great.
So glad to have you.
Yeah.
And as for us, you can always find us wherever you get your podcast, you can find us on YouTube if you're currently listening. Follow us on social media at Two Filthy Casuals Pod. And if you want more episodes for just $5 a month, head on over to patreon.com/twofilthycasualspod. Become a filthiest casual, just like Isaac Cushman did.
Yay, Isaac!
Thank you so much, Isaac, for joining us over on the Patreon. Go get your extra episodes there. And thanks for following us in to this sexy little new year.
Heck yeah.
And until next time, I'm Amy Newman.
I'm Chris Scott.
And if you followed this phantom, you'd be home by now.
Take my love, take my land.
Oh, God, that
Take me
slaps.
where I cannot stand.